Hey, what's up everybody? This is Power Glove Pixels. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on some games that came out this week and the PlayStation VR, which I got a hold of after a year. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on the games on it. And yeah, so let's get this video going. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Mario Odyssey. I got to try it out and I gotta say it's an amazing game, honestly. Obvious, all the Mario games in my opinion are great. I have beaten all the Mario games and yeah, they're not bad. It's not bad. This game honestly looks a lot of fun and yeah, can't wait to beat it on the Nintendo Switch, because honestly this is really a killer app for the system. And if you like Mario games, then definitely this is a great game for your collection. It's a must-have, I would say, for your collection. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I can't give too much because I didn't get to play it too much, but what I saw and what I played, yeah, it's fun. Definitely a great game. The next game I got to play is Wolfenstein 2 on the PC, and I gotta say this game looks amazing in terms of graphics and the story, honestly. And with my Vega 64, if you guys are wondering how it performs with Vega 64 Radeon, it's amazing. You get great performance and overall it's a great experience, and definitely I recommend it if you're looking for a good story with a shooter. I would say it's like a mixture of Time Splitters, if you guys have played that in the past, with even GoldenEye. It has that sort of aspect of it, which is pretty fun. Definitely can't wait to beat this game. I'm gonna see if I can try to beat it, because honestly I have never beaten a Wolfenstein game in the past, but I've always liked them, but I've never really got around to beating them for some reason. So hopefully maybe this one I get to beat it. So let's get to the final I should say the topic of the day of the PlayStation VR and what are my thoughts on it. So I got to try a couple games on the PlayStation VR, and honestly I was impressed. Just, it's something that it's hard to explain. It's something that you have to experience, and once you get to experience it, it's amazing. Honestly, one of the reasons I like the PlayStation version, honestly, over the HTC version, is because you get to play full-blown PlayStation games. For example, Resident Evil 7 and this other game called Farpoint, which is like a shooter Metroid action game, and these are full-blown games. Now on PC, honestly, all the games that I've seen in the past, they always, I don't know, they just feel kind of like mini games. And PlayStation honestly is the only right now that's offering these type of full AAA games, and I was impressed. I tried PlayStation Worlds, and when I tried it I was just blown away. It's just so interactive, and it just feels like you're in that world, and what else did I get to try? Rush of Blood. That game, it looks amazing as well. It's like a roller coaster, creepy, and if you want to scare someone, tell them to try that game, because actually it's pretty good. Let's see what else. Batman, I didn't really get to try that one. I am gonna try that one soon, but honestly I think that this VR, in my opinion, is still in the early stages, and a lot of people would consider a gimmick. Yeah, I could say that, but just the potential, what's here, I don't know what the future holds, honestly. And honestly, there's all other controversial on what's the long-term effects, on mental health and maybe physical and behavior. Some people have been using it for mental health, I've heard, or some of it can help you in a certain way. But it's interesting because I got to play it, and from my experience, I didn't get any motion sickness. I got to try a couple games, but what I did notice is that when I got to play for a very long time and I got out of that world, I was holding my phone, for example, checking my email or whatever, and I felt like if I wasn't even holding it. So it was weird. My brain was telling me that I was still in that world. And because in the game PlayStation World, for example, there's a scene where you actually hold a phone, and it's pretty interesting. I thought it was Yeah, it's interesting. It kind of messes with your brain and the signals. And there's this thing called presence, which they call the VR term, which makes you feel like you're actually in there, honestly. But like I said again, we don't know the long-term effects in the brain, because this is new technology, honestly. But you know, if somehow it could get perfected, and you know, I know that it has problem with eye strains and stuff like that. I haven't had that problem before, but honestly, from my experience, it's interesting, you know what I mean? And we just gotta wait and see what the future holds, and maybe technology just gets better and better, where you know, you don't get as sick, you know, or motion sickness or nauseous or anything like that. But honestly, overall, I definitely recommend it if you're looking for that niche thing on the PlayStation and you want to experience it, honestly, because it's the cheapest way to experience the PlayStation. I mean, VR, I should say. Because on the computer it's pretty expensive. The HTC can range from $500 to $800, and then you still need a great PC that can range you another from $600 to maybe another $1,000. So it's pretty heavy to have it on the PC. But on the PlayStation it's pretty easy, because you know, you just need a PlayStation. Now, from my experience, in terms of resolution and stuff, it looks great. You know, it doesn't look like the HTC, which is like, I believe, 2K or almost 4K or whatever. But on the PlayStation, it definitely looks great, and it plays pretty good. I've been hearing a lot of people about the PlayStation Move not performing well, as well, that is the tracking system and all this crap. But from my personal experience, I had no problems. It worked flawless, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed the PlayStation VR. I got to try it with a friend, and he really loved it as well. What else can I say about the PlayStation VR? The way it feels on your head feels great. It feels like you don't even have anything in your head, especially if you put some special headphones. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say. I could definitely say it's definitely an interesting product that PlayStation came up with. You know, having that idea, because Microsoft, for example, we don't know if they're going to introduce HTC to their the Xbox One X next year, but for what I've been hearing, you know, so sorry about that, guys. So I don't know, we gotta wait and see. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope my thoughts on the PlayStation VR, you know, gives you you know, an idea after 1 year, because the PlayStation VR has been out already for like a year, I believe. So I'm kind of talking about it a year later from my perspective, and for me, it's not bad, not a bad game, or games and overall experience. It's interesting, you know what I mean? So we just have to wait and see what the future holds. So this is pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching. This is Power Glove Pixel signing out till next time.